What is up, guys? This is Alex from First for Figures. Here we are once again, back at it again, with another behind the scenes production video diary for everyone's favorite marsupial, Crash Bandicoot. And this is going to show you in depth the behind the scenes for the making of the Crash Bandicoot 9-inch PVC statue that we are currently making at the moment. So what you can see here is the teeth and the mouth are separate pieces from the body, and it's all being assembled separately at the moment. So what can we see here? This worker is now working on the teeth and making sure that they are put into the mouth, and you can see going along the line, and whoops, pick those up, stick them in, and we can see the lower teeth are already attached, and now it's time to attach the upper teeth. Now of course the actual glue is being applied on the inside of the mouth, so you don't see the glue marks from the front, so it's all done internally, and that's a nice little trick in order to keep that under control. And looking across the other side, you can see the fingers being individually put in. And what do we see over here? Oh, now that's the stuff of nightmares, to see Crash with his no eyes, no mouth, but just the tongue. Everyone likes to put the tongue in first, because we all like a bit of tongue. So that is the tongue being put in, and we can see how the pieces are separately, individually put in. The thing I'm picking up there is the back of the mouth. So it looks like there isn't any hole going all the way through here. And what do we see here? We see the individual trousers with the individual white laces separately made. It allows for us to get those clean lines because we paint them separately and then we put them all together. So those are the board shorts that Crash wears, and what we see over here is across the other side is his feet and his shoes. What we're going to do is, I think what we're going to do here is, yes, have a quick look at some other things along this line. Again, more nightmare Crashes with tongues going on there. And we can see that, yes, that is a little pipette system going on with the glue, and it seems to have blocked up there. So we have a glue malfunction going on here. Not the best. So we let her continue making and working on that glue, make sure that works. But we have actually quite a few stations here that actually do just this. All you're seeing here is the shorts and some of the legs being assembled there, and you see these machines throughout these videos, and those machines are basically, as you walk around to the other side, these sort of ovens that make the PVC material malleable in order to put all these parts together to get that flush finish. So here we are on the other side, and we're looking at the feet of Crash, his shoes, and what you see there is a bit of ABS, which is a hard plastic, put on the inside of the shoes in order for it to be connected to the base, to get it just that perfect fit in order to make sure that the model is supported and the statue doesn't fall over. So you have to have the ABS there. Now we're here seeing tons of Crashes, rolled up board shorts being pulled out of the oven, and these, what I'm holding there, are his actual feet, well actually so his legs that are connected into his socks that go into the trousers or the shorts, as you can see. So here you see these pieces being pushed in, and these are made of ABS plastic in order to have the rigidity that is necessary to make sure that Crash is standing nicely. And here is an example of one of the ovens that Crash is currently being burned alive in. But actually, no, he's very resistant. Just like anytime you game over, you can start all over again. And we have a pipette system here that is working. Just a small little bit there. And we can see we're attaching the mouth area, which comes already assembled with the teeth. And it's being assembled like this. Now, what you remember now, of course, is that we put these two pieces into the... Oh, I see a bit of glue came out there. We'll make sure that is sorted out. Oh, there you go. Touch that up. So the oven there is there to make sure that the pieces of the PVC plastic parts are malleable enough in order for the workers to be able to assemble them together to make sure it's that nice, flush finish. So we have a couple of stations here that... Oh, and here's one we did earlier. Going along the line. So as this goes down the assembly line, someone's gonna grab it, no doubt. It's not that lady. It looks like it's going to be on the other side. Snagged. Alright, perfect. So what she's doing there is, again, adding some glue to put the internal, you see that? That's another bit, a bit of ABS. It's the hard plastic to make sure that the integrity of the model doesn't lean back. It's to put the ABS hard plastic into the PVC soft body. You see, that is the job there, to keep putting it in there to be assembled later on with the PVC shorts. So this station is now working on the hairs. There are, as you can see on the table, quite a few pieces of bits of individual hairs that need to be assembled piece by piece in order to get that nice hair effect that we all know that Crash likes to rock. Everyone likes Crash's mohawk. So here we go, we're adding the different individual pieces part. This is the front quiff. The front quiff added, boom, and it goes down. You see those two holes at the front? Well, those are for the next station. Now, as you can imagine, that station will be... Actually, what we're doing here is assembling the eyes, which makes a lot of sense because those two holes are actually going to be for the eyebrows, and it makes sense to have the eyes in first before you do the eyebrows because it covers it. Now, if you wanted to know what Crash's eyes look like, boom, there you go. I've always wanted to do that. Stick my hand in a bunch of Crash's eyes. That's another one off the bucket list. So we are going down the assembly line. Oh, what do we talk about? Eyebrow 1 and eyebrow 2. That makes sense to have the eyes in first before you put the eyebrows in because there's a bit of overhang. Now here we're putting the feet in and using the machinery, or I should just say a bit of tooling, to make sure after we add a bit of glue in there that it is nice and snug in. Boom. And that secures that in order to, again, once again, to make sure the integrity of the model doesn't fall back. There's me picking it up. Lots of lovely Crash feet. Now we're coming down to the business end. We have the completed the completed shoes on the base. We have the board shorts, and we have Crash. Now you can see at the back over here is actually there's one bit, and that is we did the mohawk at the front, but the mohawk goes further down the back. So you can see there I am picking it up and showing you how the hair gets put in at the back as well. So to the side we have the upper torso with the legs being assembled. Now you remember that there was that ABS interconnecting piece. In order to make sure it doesn't deform over time, you need to have that internal skeleton to get that done. And again, back in it again in that oven in order to make putting in that ABS internal skeleton, connecting it together. Here we go. Put it in together. Much easier because it was heated up in order to allow for it to be more malleable. So that's what's happened there. And of course, you need to have the hands, both the left and right, nicely added to the model. And of course, I've always wanted to do a high 4. Boom! There you go. High 4 to Crash. What is up, Crash? How are you doing today? So as we're going across, we're coming down to the business end. Now, remember the hands have now been added. It is time to pretty much do the last part. And that. And if you see those long legs, there's like this extension part. That again is the ABS. In order to allow for after you add in the glue to the feet, you see you have the long legs that get pushed all the way in. Let's use a little bit of elbow grease and let's push that down. Boom. Put that in nicely. And again, put in the glue. Have those pieces. Picking another one off the line, pushing it down. And we're actually now coming to the packaging side, and that is one extra line, and to continue it to the packaging line. So as we walk back up the line, we see a few more crashes here ready to be assembled. We're walking up the assembly line that was on the right hand side. That's just the line that we just watched going down. And here we go. We got a QC lady wearing a lovely yellow hat. She's all about the QC. Checking that one by one. Boom. That's past the QC. Shall we check? Let me have a look. Hey, there I am checking it out. And there we have Crash in all his glory. Looking very sweet. Let's get him with another high 4, and off he goes into the clamshell box. Let's get this the right way around. You can see there are these sort of 6 almost like pillars, and you'll see what we use that for. It's used to help clip those little pegs in between the 2 different bits of clamshell. So we have the clamshell like that. Oh, turn it the right around. There you go. And here we go. Click, 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 click. Boom! And that is done. Now it keeps on going down the line. It's almost there, guys. It's almost a finished product. You can see that we removed the front of the clamshell in order to better see his face in the packaging. And what is this? It's a little leaflet from us, and there are 500 reward points to be redeemed at our website, firstforfigures.com. Make sure you register it, and we can see the beautiful packaging, lovely window box in a card, all nicely prepared and ready. As it goes down the line, somebody, let's pack him up. Snacked. And here he goes, all nicely made and prepared. And it goes there. That's not right. You want to be putting the inner card down first, followed by the top, followed by the top. That's it there. Now this one needs a bit of finessing. I remember this guy slots it in A on the right, A, okay. Bend it in, pop it in. Pat for good luck, and it follows and goes down the line, and here's one that we have. Okay, so that goes down the line, snag that up. Alright, so we have these round stickers in order to make that opening that little bit more flush. Adds a nice little bit of extra. We didn't want to use regular normal straight tape. The round tape is just that little bit better. A little bit of extra class. And one more, so we have 6 in total, 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. And we have what is the final bit. And that is the F for F hologram, because you want to be knowing that you're buying a genuine First Figures product. So we have these holograms that we put on the top right of the front of the box. Put that in nicely. Done. And Bob's your uncle. Put that up, ready for the carton box. So that, guys, is the behind the scenes of the making of the Crash Bandicoot PVC statue coming from First Figures. And that is a wrap, guys. That's a thumbs up from me.